Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and I am doing a giveaway of 50 beta keys for Heroes of the Storm in the EU region. To watch the rule video, click the link in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, we are loading into our first game in the round of 16 of the Go4Heroes Cup number 11 by ESL. And this game, we have just started. Hans, would you like to introduce the team on the left-hand side?
On the left-hand side, we have the EU powerhouse as an organisation that is SK Gaming. Top lane, Snitch on the Tyrande. He's going to be supported potentially by this Rhaegar, who's setting up in the mid lane with Bakery, Kumato Boss, on the Rhaegar, Bakery on the Hammer, Araragi on the ETC, and Zarmoni looking to solo bot start things off on the Tassadar. And on the right-hand side, Tetcher.
On the right-hand side, we have Kappa team. And who was in the top lane? Yep, in the top lane, we have Nick playing the Ufa, heading towards the watchtower and going past the broken statue. We have Descape on the Sonya. Vasilino is on the Anubarak. It is going to be Guzio on the Valor. And in the bot lane, currently solo, because Tassadar did come to this shrine, it is going to be Vonafil on the Falstad. And right now, even though they are 4 versus 5, the watchtower does preliminarily at least go over the Kappa team.
It does, and Tassadar didn't really lose any XP on bot. Not being there, the minion wave has only just got there, so he's going to get all 7 of those down there.
It is a very long lane, which is why he was able to do that. One of the longest in the game, I believe, if you have a look at the shape of the map.
Yeah, definitely so, and we're going to see the classic 3-man lanes in top. Rhaegar getting that healing totem at level 1 means they're going to be sustained up. SK Gaming able to just outpush. The minions get healed as well by that. Guzio taking quite a bit of damage early on here. Vasilano though, 2-man stun onto Snitch. He's going to get Burrow charged onto as well.
Dead,
he's going to get taken down, but the return kill does go onto the Valor, and now Bakery needs to get out of there. Or are they going to try and fight this 2 versus 2? Kumato Boss is on half HP. Bakery knocked up, has to knock Vasilano back. Descape now taking quite a bit of damage, but a 1-for-1 trade to open things up. Not too shabby from either side.
Yep, both players trading for each other. Huge engagement onto Snitch there, but Bakery, he saw a low opponent and immediately just boosted after him, completely ignoring the 2 warriors straight into the backline and was able to take down Valor. Right now, 1 temple for each team. Top going over the Kappa team. Mid is being held by Araragi from SK, and neither one looks like they're going to be contested too much. Like Bakery and Kumato Boss could roll in here, but they'd be quite outnumbered. Doesn't look like they want to try it. So instead, Kumato Boss just going to take back the watchtower, and Bakery just soaking the minion wave as much as he can and getting a little push going. Falstad and Tassadar still just turning in the bot lane.
Yeah, they're just doing their thing. They have no need to contest. These shrines are going to go evenly to each side, but SK Gaming do have the XP lead. They have taken down the entire mid wall, the 2 towers. They got rid of the fountain as well, and the tower that's in the little town there. Whereas the shrine on top only got the fountain, didn't get the tower. So that is where the XP lead is coming from.
Yep, this is true. Bakery still just dueling here at the moment, trying to get his team as much XP as possible and just push back the players of Kappa team here. Kappa team, though, roaming through the jungle here, looking for Kumato Boss. He is on his own. He is in wolf form, though. Does have the extra movement speed. Dodges the knockup, but he gets knocked down by Ufa. There's the knockback from ETC, though, for the save. And he does stay alive. Kill count still 1-to-1. Very nice save there. And having a look at some of the talents we're seeing here, we see ETC has picked up groupies, which means he heals allies that are near him when he casts his guitar solo. And like we did predict earlier, we do actually see the protective shield coming out from Tyrande, meaning that, well, it's the triple shield build. We have shields from Tassadar, the shield coming in from Rhaegar, the earth shield, and the Tyrande is branding the protective shield. So a very survivable comp, adding in the groupies, adding in the first aid on Sergeant Hammer. It's going to be very difficult to take him down, and not to forget the healing totem.
Yep, exactly right. And we're actually seeing Tyrande going for the True Shot Aura, trading with Valor in the top lane pretty evenly, but the minions are going to start wailing on Snitch, so he's going to have to back away from that one, heal himself up a little bit, and maybe take that fight a little bit later on. Araragi and Bakery taking their own hard camp, which is exactly what Vasil did over the other side. He's just going to wait a little bit until he takes that so that Valor can clear the enemy hard camp. That's really smart play there coming out from him. The bot shrine is activating in just under 10 seconds, and this is where the game can be made or broken. One team usually hits level 10 here and then starts to steamroll the game a little bit. So we might see both teams play this one a little cautiously, but there's an engagement on the easy camp here. Vonathil coming in from the side. He's split from his team. He's taken some damage, as has Vasilano. He has to borrow charge away, so he's not able to engage. Valor also split from their team, taking some damage off to the side is Guccio. It looks like SK Gaming, they're just going to waltz on in here and steal away the easy camp.
Yeah, SK still do have a bit of an XP lead here. It's unlikely they will hit 10 during this fight, but the the level lead is now tied. But they do still have that little bit of XP, meaning that in a couple fights time, maybe they'll hit level 10. We do see Bakery and Zarmony though staying up here just to make sure they are soaking some XP. And with these buildings going down, they may actually get some XP for this. I'm pretty sure this bottom fort will die to this. So that could give them level 10, but there's no way Kappa team will be willing to fight if that's the case. Nice clairvoyance there. Sorry, Farsight, that is from Rhaegar, being used by SK to get vision of where the rest of Kappa team are going. And yep, there's the level 10 from destroying that fort. And we're going to see Vonathil attempt to respond in kind just by himself, and he's probably going to be able to do it with the amount of damage he's dropping. So we will see a fort for a fort going down here. SK making their way up there to, if they can't stop him, at least maybe kill him. Yamato Boss does actually drive him back. Vonathil does not wish to engage onto this. He knows that there's more coming and is just going to play it safe and continue to clear the waves. Guccio managing to dodge the stun from Tehran there. So for now, we are seeing both teams just heading back to lanes and starting to soak some XP.
As now, SK Gaming, they stole the enemy's easy camp away. They're now going to take their own and start to get a push off in this bot lane, apply some pressure down there with the siege camp. Bakery might even go and join them down there, but it looks like he wants to focus on another lane. As we actually see Kappa team, they're going to force down this top fort.
Bakery could actually
even
kill
the XP out a little bit.
Yeah, just really, Bakery could actually probably kill this fort if he just napalmed it.
Oh, this boss call.
Yep, they're going for the boss. They know that the rest of Kappa team are hanging around the top lane. However, Kappa team have managed to make their way down here very quickly. The Hammerang does spot this, but he can't get in time. Bakery managing to slow him down as well, so that we don't have the Anubarak knockback coming in to charge them down. And with his extra range that he did take on level 4, he is able to just drive back the team of Kappa team, and this will be a very easy fort to take down by Bakery. Just with a single napalm should do it, but that won't stop his team helping out anyway.
Yeah, so we had the pressure from the bot lane Merc camps that are now joined by the boss. That's going to be an insane size push coming down there. We've got at least 10 normal minions,
Ooh.
2 siege camps, and the engagement coming just north of this. Escape jumping in onto the back on Snitch. That's a nice composition. Hammer is cocooned by the Anubarak. Sonya will fall though. Zarmony getting his teammate out of that cocoon. The Starfall now coming down, slowing down 3 members. The stun just missing from Tyrande. Vasilano now getting chased down. Nick may fall here as well. He's on very little health, has to get behind the boss.
Oh, the Owl got him! Owl snipes him from afar, and Araragi is going in here, manages to pick off Guccio, and it is now just Vonathil on the run. He should actually be able to get away here. I doubt they can chase him down. That's a lot of damage though, but no, he is able to escape. And while SK take down the first keep of the game, and then will likely back out to go and get some shrines, not before Bakery actually does some damage to the core just for fun. But I'd like to point out that Araragi took Mosh Pit.
He definitely did indeed take Mosh Pit. Interesting choice from him. Looking to go for a more teamfight style. Vasilano getting a little bit overconfident there. Went burrow charging in, gets taken down, and now SK Gaming going to back away from this one and start to take these shrines. 2 of them are up, mid and bot. They may send... They're going to split their forces here.
Yep, they are going to be... Some are taking mercenaries, some are, like you said, going for the temples. We are going to see Araraki back out of mid lane, though, because here comes the majority of the team of Kappa team. And speaking of Kappa team, we have Strafe coming out of Valor. When there's an ETC on the other team, who you've already seen has taken Mosh Pit because they hit the level first, picking Strafe instead of Rain of Vengeance is an interesting talent choice.
It definitely is, and we saw why the Anubarak was picked. They're trying to get that web cocoon down onto the hammer just try and negate some damage. But Araragi going in. He had the mosh pit
interrupted.
there, but it's not off of cooldown. That would have been a perfect setup. Sonya jumping in. The Hinterland Blast coming through. Who is that that's cocooned? I believe it's
that is
Hammer.
ETC.
No, Hammer's down bot.
That is ETC. That's Araragi.
It's ETC who is cocooned. That means there's a loss of frontline. Valor now gets taken down. And they're going to keep chasing down onto Vonethil here. Nick will now fall. The stun
him!
is going to miss. Vonethil will fly away. Descape escaping with his life as well. Vasil getting out of there too. But SK Gaming, they now have a good third of this shrine left that they're going to take and steal away the hard camp from Kappa team.
Yeah, and that was very well played. Just the threat of the mosh pit, and it would have been a very good mosh pit, was enough to immediately force Vasileno and most of the rest of the team, in fact, to throw out any stun they had to interrupt it. But the fact that they used all that means that the rest of SK could just engage onto them. They already had a number advantage, and it just put them even further ahead. Araragi just going to continue pushing forward here, tanking everything that's being thrown at him. And SK will continue to push this down. We do see the Bakery has taken the hover siege. He's also taken the barricade, which I think is a great choice. When you have people who are engaging onto you, throwing down a barricade can either 1, stop that engagement, 2, trap them once they are in. And here we go, Divine Storm.
Sprint with the Sonya lead. That's a 3-man Divine Storm. Hammer is no, Hammer's taken down. I believe that's Rhaegar, which meant there was no Ancestral Healing coming through. The 3-man mosh pit. There's no stuns to follow up as it was just Falstad and Valor auto attacking Araragi to his near death. The Hinterland Blast will finish him off. And the chase is now on to Zarmoni. This is a really nice turn coming out of Kappa Team. Kumato Boss is very low on mana here. The Ancestral Healing is enough though, but he may now fall to Vonethil. Guccio has changed his focus. Nick coming in from behind to get the stun off. Zarmoni now popping the Archon. Vasilano has to back out of that one.
He's actually going to try and chase him down. He has no mana. Doesn't matter. Descape will be able to pick him off. And that was a great fight from Kappa Team. They need to make something out of this. Looks like they're going to push bot lane with this, but we are seeing some of the members of SK starting to respawn, and they're going to begin dealing with this. Owl hits Guccio and actually chunks him quite badly. It's not as bad as if he'd taken the upgraded Owl. That might have actually killed him, but it's still a lot of damage. It's going to be very annoying. Luckily, they do have an Ufa, and that has healed him back up for some pretty nice damage, and he also has taken blood for blood, so if he does get engaged upon, he can get some extra healing that way.
We have the blood for blood on a Nubrak as well here, adding some more damage and a little bit more CC and making a Nubrak survivable. That was one of the reasons why a Nubrak kind of fell out the meta. He lost most
he's made of
his
paper mache
survivability.
and baby powder.
Yeah. Add blood for blood on and you get a little bit more. You can get the health back, slow your enemies, or at least slow one enemy, deal some damage in there as well. So you can understand why he's taken that one. Yeah. And it looks like the boss will be the next point of contention. Araragi going to go sliding in. Doesn't have Mosh Pit for 20 seconds again though, just the threat means that Guccio falls back. The stun onto Vonethil, that was a lot of damage because of that 13 and 16 talent for the Lunar Flare. As Araragi is going to try and keep chasing down here.
He's such a threat, just the fact he exists with this ability is enough to just force them back. There is also a level advantage in for SK here, so they are looking pretty confident to take this boss. And there is still the chance that Kappa Team could raid this, and looks like they are thinking about it. Boss currently focused on Bakery, and we're going to see SK in fact back out. And Vasilano thinking about trying to take the boss themselves, but in comes Araragi once again. He does have Mosh Pit up this time, but that was a bad engagement, taking a lot of damage. There's the Ancestral Healing, but there's the full engage. The majority of the stuns have been used. There is the Mosh Pit, but it only hits Nick. Descape is just spinning in the background here. Whoever's Cocoon is about to be let out. Zarmoni gets freed by his team. Guccio and Vonethil, though, have had to back up the 2 damage dealers. That's all they had. Vasilino able to dive his way out, but that was Ufa and Sonya both going down, and both damage dealers had to back out, killing any chance of Kappa Team winning that fight. And now SK can finally take that boss, only at the loss of ETC.
Yeah, and again, it was just the threat of the ETC forcing Team Kappa to kind of split away from that one. The Cocoon went down onto Zarmoni to negate some of that Archon damage, but even so, it just wasn't enough. The Hinterland Blast came a little bit late, but it still hit a good 2-3 members, did a lot of damage in there. But SK Gaming now going to challenge this top shrine. Vonethil being forced to back away from this one. Although he's basing, he may get caught here by Kumato Boss, and he will indeed. The Feral Lunge, meaning that he has increased range on the auto attacks. It would close that gap a lot quicker. Drop Felstad, now they're going to get this top shrine, and that's going barreling down onto top lane, taking down some towers here.
In the meantime, though,
And
the
the
Golem
core.
will continue pushing in the bot lane. It's already made its way to the core and will start doing damage there. It is being cleared up pretty quickly, though, with the full team combination here, minus Falstad trying to wipe that out. And it doesn't really take anything off other than part of the shield, which will recharge. So not too bad there for Kappa team at all. However, everything else that is happening is pretty bad. Currently, they're actually having their bruisers stolen. And there's very little they can do about this.
Just look at this minion wave top. You've got a whole 1.5 minion wave. That's now going to get cleared by Valor, though. And 2 bruiser camps come in trailing
And
behind
the entire
those.
team of SK.
And the entire team of SK, which you really shouldn't count out from this one. They are definitely included in this siege, and when you have a hammer there moving in siege mode, he's actually going to get engaged on here. The Divine Storm onto him, followed by the Hinterland Blast. It is Rhaegar who is in the cocoon at the back, which means no Ancestral Healing down. The Mosh Pit is interrupted by Vassalano. There's the Ancestral Healing. Escape gets shrunk. He's going to get taken down. Nick looking very low as well. Vasil having to fall back from this one. Nick falls. Guccio and Vassalano low in the back. Guccio getting healed up by the ghost of Uther's past. And this keep now going to get taken down. And SK looking to push for the win now.
Yep, and they can do it. We do see Bakery way in the back trying to take out Vodafil, but Vodafil has to retreat into the Hall of the Storms to survive. And Araragi did use his ult there, but it was interrupted. He's just now going for the end. He's actually going to fight Vassalado here, and he can kill him. Bakery once again driving back Vodafil, but in the meantime, Zarmani, Kibato, Boss, and Araragi are just wailing on this core. Bakery does die, Valor dies as well, but it is GG, and SK move on to the round of 8.
They do indeed, and that was... SK started to grab the lead very early on there. And then Team Kappa had a few fights where they just started coming back.
Yeah, they had a great team combination. It was very, very cool. Like the one time they actually got it off where they were able to web blast Rhaegar and then burst down everyone with all their abilities. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it really was, and it was a valiant effort from them, but the composition and the early lead that SK started with, being able to Ancestral Heal the ETC while he's mosh pitting, or Ancestral Heal the hammer if needed, the shields that came down as well. It was hard for any one of Team Kappa to drop a member of SK. But SK, as you said, moving on to the round of 16 now, I believe it is. Still best of ones. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be
16,
back with their next game, hopefully, and we'll keep you updated as to who that is again. So guys, stay tuned, go grab some food, grab some drinks, and we'll see you in a little bit.